The rain had started just as Marcus Reyes finished mopping the east wing of Hartwell Industries. His shoes squeaked softly against the marble floor as he pushed his cleaning cart toward the service elevator. His shoulders slumped from another 12-hour shift. Nights like this always felt longer, heavier. Marcus was 36, a single dad to a 7-year-old boy named Eli, and a janitor in one of the city's most powerful corporations. Once, years ago, he dreamed of becoming an engineer. Life had other plans. After his wife passed away, dreams were replaced by survival. Every spare dollar went toward rent, school supplies, and Eli's asthma medication. He stopped near the lobby, wiping sweat from his brow, when raised voices drifted from behind the glass walls of the executive conference room. "I can't walk in there alone, Nathan," a woman snapped. Marcus recognized her immediately. Claire Hartwell, CEO, billionaire, ice queen of the corporate world. He froze, unintentionally listening. "You promised you handle this," Claire continued. "The board expects me to arrive with someone. They think I'm unstable after the divorce." Nathan sighed. "Your boyfriend canceled. What do you want me to do, Claire?" There was a long pause. Marcus turned to leave, but the door suddenly swung open. Claire stormed out and nearly collided with him. "Oh, sorry," she said automatically, then stopped. Her eyes narrowed, studying his uniform, his tired face, the mop handle in his hand. An idea flickered across her expression. "You," she said sharply. Marcus straightened. "Yes, ma'am." She glanced back at the conference room, then at her watch. "What's your name?" "Marcus." "Marcus," she repeated slowly. "Do you have plans tonight?" He blinked. "Just picking up my son from my neighbor." She hesitated for half a second, then made a decision. "Pretend you love me for tonight," she said. "I'll pay you." Marcus stared, convinced he'd misheard. "I'm sorry." She stepped closer, lowering her voice. "There's a gala downstairs, investors, board members, media. I need a man at my side, someone real, not hired models, not escorts, you." His heart pounded. "Ma'am, I'm a janitor." "And I'm desperate," she replied. $5,000 cash." 5,000. That was 3 months of rent, Eli's doctor bills, groceries. Marcus swallowed hard. "This isn't." "Just hold my hand, smile, and act like you care," Claire said. "Nothing inappropriate. I just need them to believe someone still chooses me." Her eyes, usually cold, held something fragile now. Against every instinct, Marcus nodded. "Okay." 30 minutes later, Marcus barely recognized himself. He stood beside Claire in a borrowed tuxedo, his hair neatly combed, shoes polished by an assistant who'd barely looked him in the eye. He felt like an imposter walking among crystal chandeliers and champagne fountains. Claire slipped her arm through his. "Relax," she murmured, "just breathe." He nodded, forcing a smile as cameras flashed. "So how did you two meet?" a reporter asked. Claire didn't miss a beat. "He fixed my car one rainy night," she said smoothly. "I knew then he was different." Marcus blinked in surprise, but followed her lead. "She wouldn't let me leave until she bought me coffee," he added softly. Claire glanced at him, startled by his natural delivery. Throughout the evening, Marcus listened more than he spoke. He noticed how Claire's smile never quite reached her eyes, how she flinched whenever someone mentioned her ex-husband, how she tightened her grip on his arm whenever board members approached. At one point, they stepped onto the balcony overlooking the city. The noise faded behind them. "Thank you," Claire said quietly. "For what?" "For not making this weird." He shrugged. "I've done harder things." She studied him. "Like what?" "Raising a kid alone." Her expression softened. "You have a child." 7, smart, stubborn, loves dinosaurs. She smiled genuinely for the first time that night. I work 80 hours a week and still feel like I'm failing at everything, she admitted. Funny how you can own half a city and still feel empty. Marcus leaned on the railing. My wife used to say money can't fill quiet rooms. Claire closed her eyes briefly. They stood there, comfortable in the silence. Later, when an investor questioned Marcus's background, Claire tensed. Before she could speak, Marcus stepped forward. I'm not rich, he said calmly. I clean floors for a living, but I show up, I listen, and I don't leave when things get hard. The room went quiet. Claire stared at him. For the first time in years, someone had defended her without expecting anything in return. When the night ended, Claire walked Marcus to the service exit. I'll have accounting transfer the money, she said. He shook his head. Keep it. She blinked. What? I came because you looked like you needed someone, he said, not because of cash. Her throat tightened. You're a rare man, Marcus Reyes. He smiled gently. Take care of yourself, Ms. Hartwell. Then he turned and left. 3 days later, Marcus was scrubbing floors when his supervisor approached him nervously. The CEO wants to see you. Marcus's stomach dropped. He straightened his uniform and followed. Claire waited in her office, sunlight pouring through massive windows. She gestured for him to sit. I had HR pull your file, she said. You studied mechanical engineering, dropped out to care for your wife. Been here 5 years, never missed a shift. He nodded. I don't want to be the kind of CEO who overlooks people like you, she continued. So I created a facilities innovation role. Better pay, flexible hours, tuition assistance if you want to finish your degree. Marcus's breath caught. You're serious? Yes. He stood slowly, eyes shining. Thank you, he whispered. Claire hesitated, then added, also, Eli is invited to the company family picnic this weekend. Marcus laughed softly. He'll be thrilled. As he turned to leave, Claire spoke again. And Marcus? He paused. Would you like to get coffee sometime? No pretending. He smiled. I'd like that. That night, Marcus tucked Eli into bed. Dad, Eli asked, are you happy? Marcus kissed his forehead. Yeah, buddy, I think I finally am. And somewhere across the city, Claire Hartwell stared out her penthouse window, realizing that the man who cleaned her floors had done something no one else ever had. He reminded her how to feel human again.